Kawasaki Mule PRO-FXT 1000 Ranch Edition. I'll include a link to the Jorgensen Power Sports website in the description down below. They're providing us with this Kawasaki. Also include a link to my carbine guide. Let's get right into the video. Since the engine's out back, we're actually going to start up front with this. You have these two little tabs that you can twist. And it's going to be kind of hard for me to angle this, but it gives you access to under the hood of this Kawasaki. On top of the little hood, you have the decal that shows that this is the Ranch Edition. This comes with both LED and halogen lights. And then of course you got the Kawasaki badge there in the center. A big item of practicality is this brush guard up front. This also comes with a winch. And then finally, you'll notice that this one doesn't have a windshield, but most of these side-by-sides you can easily add that after the fact if it's something that you want. Tire wheel setup is 26 by 9.5 by 12, and I really like that wheel design with the silver and the metallic. It's kind of like a very dark gray, almost black. And we'll see how the suspension performs when we drive, but you can see that it has a decent amount of travel. Got these fender flares here on the side that add to the rugged appearance. And then the door handles are super interesting. You just kind of pull that little tab right there. When it comes to the side profile, you can see that it already has a roof and doors for both the front and the back. This is powered by a 999cc engine, producing 70 horsepower and then 61.5 pound-feet of torque. There are latches here on the back. You unlatch both sides and that'll lower down the tailgate, and I imagine that's going to be very reliable long term because it's such a simplistic system. Before I show you the bed, I want to go over some important features with this. So this has 1,530 pounds of payload capacity, 2,000 pounds of towing capacity, and then the cargo capacity is 999 pounds if you have the 3-person setup. If you do a 6-person setup, you have more people in the vehicle, then that's going to reduce it to 350 pounds. That is one nice bit of utility, how you can convert this from being a 3-passenger to a 6-passenger. Now the bed itself, as you can see, is just nice durable materials. This is what you'd want out of a work vehicle like this. Taking a look at the back from a lower angle, this is where you can see the exhaust, the suspension, and then also the receiver hitch. That is pretty much going to cap things off for the exterior of this. This week's giveaway makes my Jeep look lame because it is a supercharged Rubicon 392 that is fully decked out, producing 650 horsepower. Now, not only can you win this Rubicon 392, but part of the giveaway is also $26,000 in cash to help pay for the taxes. And not only that, your donations go towards helping children's and veterans charities. So use code BHC or click the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. Any donation, $25 or more, will give you 4x bonus entries. Let's now start to check out the interior. This one has a 6-passenger setup, so we've got 3 seat belts here in the back and capacity for 3 people back here. You'll note easy to clean flooring. Looks like we got a couple of cup holders right there. You've got a nice handle so you can grab onto it if you're going over rougher terrain. And you'll note that there actually is some reinforcement up top. Let's now take a look up front. They have the same exact setup with the seating where it is a 3-passenger setup. And you also get the flooring that is really easy to clean. Inside, your handbrake is actually to the left of the steering wheel, and it's a very simplistic system to use. You just push the button, and then we're in neutral right now, so the vehicle is rolled forward a little bit, but really easy. Now, you sit very upright with the steering wheel pretty close to you, so it has that school bus type feel, like if you've been in a cargo van, it's kind of similar as well. And there's actually a little bit of storage in front, it looks like. The right of the steering wheel, we've got controls for the diff lock, your 4-wheel drive system. Right now we're in 2-wheel drive, and then also the light controls for the headlights. Of course, the ignition, and then this is the shifter to put it into gear. It has a neutral, which is where you put it in when you are parking. And then you've got reverse, high, and low. This right here, I love. It lets you know the status of the drive line. It also lets you know how fast you're going, fuel. It even lets you know what gear you're in and if the parking brake is on. That control to the right of that screen is just for the winch. And here's kind of like a zoomed out view so you can see this whole control stack. And they actually give you a couple of little charge ports. There's more storage right here, more above the little glove box. And then there is an actual glove box right there too. And would you look at that, more cup holders. And then last thing that I didn't emphasize enough before we look at the pricing, the rear bench is foldable. That's a big part of this. Now, I don't have like a normal window sticker like vehicles, but I've got a little pamphlet and it says this one is $20,999. Let's see how it performs. I put the disclaimer at the beginning of all of my videos that I'm filming this week, or just the side-by-sides until I get a better idea. I'm still learning about these vehicles. So we're actually gonna try the, while we're on the grass here, try the low range, see how that feels. I'd say it feels like a true low range. It's got a lot of low end grunt to it. Now obviously we're driving on the street, so we're gonna be in two-wheel high and everything unlocked with it. Now, not having a front windshield, there's gonna be a bit of wind noise with this, so I'll just have to talk to you guys when I'm going slower, not while we're moving at higher speed. And I think this is pointed down enough, but we'll kind of try to adjust that a little bit, just so you guys can see. So far, the low end torque feels really good, and the suspension's very comfortable in this. It's very, very comfortable. Impressive. It's smooth with the acceleration. It's got good power. Throttle and brake modulation are really good too. I'm impressed. You know, you hear 70 horsepower, and this is a very lightweight vehicle, of course, but you hear 70 horsepower and you think that that's not going to be enough. But now that I'm more familiar with side-by-sides, this 70 horsepower feels very strong in this. It has no problem doing road speeds, as you guys can see. The thing that's impressing me the most about this is the suspension comfort. And I wonder if a big part of that is the wheels, because this has really, I mean, all side-by-sides have smaller wheels, but this is definitely on the small side from what I've seen so far. Handling's good too. This is quite impressive, actually. Yeah, I'm really impressed. So, just looking at this as someone who's still trying to figure out exactly what side-by-sides are, what they're all about, this to me looks like an affordable, more simplistic, reliable, kind of like workhorse type deal, if that makes sense. Like, this is the side-by-side that you get for I'd say like a farm or a ranch, and you drive it around, and because everything with this is so simplistic, you don't really have to think about things too much, right? It doesn't have like a fancy, it doesn't have too many fancy gadgets or gizmos, which I like. I like this one a lot. So let me guys think about this, but it's got good payload, it's got good towing capacity for a side-by-side, it's got the four-wheel drive that you want, it's got good power, solid seating capacity. Like, this is kind of like a do-it-all type deal in terms of the capabilities. So, and it drives well. The suspension is, like, I'll go over this just to show you guys one more time. suspension is extremely comfortable. That's the thing that's the most impressive to me, is how comfortable that suspension is.